Greetings. Welcome to Quick Tips, Internship and Job Search Strategies. In this session, I'm going to review some strategies for job searching as well as some helpful hints as you engage in the process. So, before you even get started, you do want to engage in some self assessment. So, you want to be thinking about what your goal is for your job search and what your goals are overall, short term and long term career goals. What things are you interested in? What are you skilled at? What do you value? And what are the experiences that you've had during your time here at Otterbein? So, all these different factors are going to inform the resources you use and the approach that you use as you're job searching. So, once you do engage in that self assessment, you want to be thinking about two questions. So, what types of positions are you seeking? This may be a little more obvious if you are in a career or seeking a career that has a linear pathway from your major. So something like nursing or education. If you are in a different major that's a little more broad, then you want to be thinking about the types of positions that you're seeking with that major. So something like communication, English, public relations, allied health, things where you can go in a number of different directions. And then also, where do you want to be? So that's where do you want to be geographically, because that is going to determine then the types of resources that you take advantage of. So we do suggest using a three-pronged approach when you are job searching. So the first approach or first strategy to use would be to seek organizations. So the two examples that we've given there are using the Chamber of Commerce and then also taking a look at professional associations and industry-specific sites. So if you are unfamiliar, the Chamber of Commerce for your purposes is essentially an entity that houses a directory of different businesses and organizations in an area. So it's a different type of way to search because you are narrowing it down by organization and then kind of figuring out if they have opportunities that are a good fit for you. And then the second piece up there is, again, those professional associations and industry specific sites. So, regardless of the field that you're in or the job that you're seeking, you really should have a professional association that's aligned with your major. So if you're unsure what professional association is the best fit for you, I would go ahead and reach out to your faculty. Just to provide you with an example, of course, we work in career services, and our professional association that we're aligned with is the National Association of Colleges and Employers. And so that is made up of career services folks as well as HR professionals. So, again, if you're unsure, go ahead and reach out to your faculty. Those associations, they house job boards, but they also house a number of other resources that could be helpful to you in your job search. The second approach then is taking advantage of the people, your network. So that little strategy there is activate, expand, update. So you are reaching out to people that you already know, your friends, your neighbors, faculty members, staff on campus, peers, other folks in your classes. So activate those relationships that you already know or already have, and then you want to expand. So tap into the contacts that your current network has. So if you know Ryan and Ryan knows an alum that's working at Nationwide, you want to tap into that contact that he has. So you're expanding then on the relationships, that you already have. And then update. Make sure that network of people remains updated, that you are in contact with them, that you keep your network fresh and really have a good idea as far as who you can call on, who you can contact in order to assist you along the way. And then the third piece there is probably what you're most familiar with when it comes to job searching, and that is job posting boards. So the three examples that we have there are Handshake, and that is our online job and internship board. So that houses a number of different opportunities from part-time, full-time, internships, on-campus jobs. So all of those do live in Handshake. There is a separate tutorial on how to utilize that on our YouTube channel. And then the other two examples are Indeed, another general job search site, and then Idealist, which is a general search site, but it's focused specifically on nonprofit organizations. So that is the three-part approach that we recommend. Just so you know, we do have sample internship, job tracking, and networking spreadsheets on our website. So that can be helpful just to help you get organized as you're moving through this process and really make sure you have everything documented. So there are a number of different resources on our website. So you can go ahead and I'll let you explore those resources on your own. So it's just at otterbein.edu/career. If you do have questions, you can see our contact information is actually right on the screen in front of you. So go ahead and reach out to us. Either give us a call or you can email career@otterbein.edu. So once you have explored those different approaches to job searching, you want to then continue in the process to get prepared. So that means taking a look at your resume and cover letter, making sure those are updated, doing proper research on the employer prior to either reaching out or applying for those jobs, making sure you have a solid elevator speech and you know what your story is and you know how to tell it, making sure your LinkedIn is updated. That is a great place to keep track of everything you've ever done because you do want to keep your resume at one page, but LinkedIn is a place that can house all those different involvements that you've had, your experiences, leadership roles, service that you've done, and other opportunities that you've taken advantage of during your time at Otterbein. You also want to make sure that you have sharpened your interviewing skills. So we do offer practice interviews in our office. Of course, the interview is that place that actually typically determines whether or not you're offered that job. So you want to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward and then develop your follow-up strategy. So that kind of goes back to those spreadsheets that I mentioned just a minute ago. So making sure that you know when you've applied, and then if you get an interview, taking note of when that interview takes place, putting down some notes as far as what you discuss, and then set a date for yourself to follow up if you don't hear back. So the timeline for a lot of companies really varies depending on what their situation is. But I would say, you apply for a job, you have an interview. If you don't hear something back within, I'm gonna say 3 to 4 weeks, you can go ahead and follow up with them. So go ahead and determine what your follow up strategy is before you even engage in that process. And be an advocate for yourself. Okay, so you want to make sure you know how to tell your story. You want to make sure you know how to talk about the experiences that you've had. But if you are in a situation where you're applying for a job, it looks like the perfect fit, and they are saying, oh, we want you to have 2 to 3 years experience, and you're saying, well, I'm just graduating, or I'm only in my second year, how could I have possibly have that experience? Well, take note of the student organizations you've been in, class projects that you've done, internships that you've completed. Together, collectively, those experiences make up those 2 to 3 years. So be an advocate for yourself. If you feel like I am more than capable of doing this job, go ahead and apply for it. Just make sure that you are telling your story strongly in that resume, in that cover letter. Make sure you're doing the proper employer research and really connect your experiences with the job description, the responsibilities, and what it is that they're asking you to complete. And that concludes the quick tips, internship and job search strategies video. And if you are engaging in this process and you just need a little assistance, or maybe you're not finding the opportunities that you're interested in, go ahead and reach out to us at career@otterbein.edu. We will certainly listen to your story and kind of help you put together a strong package as far as that resume and cover letter, help you sharpen those interviewing skills, and really help you to put your best foot forward as you continue searching for your perfect opportunity.